Two Shed Scabby here. I am back for another penny hunt. I went today to pick up my 2 boxes of halves and my box of pennies. And I went down the road to a bank that I often get an extra box of halves. They didn't have those today, so I did pick up a second box of pennies to go through. I went through all these pennies, and there was no enders to speak of. I did pour the box out, and there was an extra penny, so it's always nice to get the little bonuses like that. I'm currently at 195 pounds of copper on the year, and my goal is 260. Leaves me with 95 pounds for the rest of the year. I think I'm going okay to get that. Been averaging pretty close to 3 pounds per box. I hope I can maintain that. Let's go ahead and get into this box and see if it'll get me 3 pounds today. Well, I'm right at the end of the 10th row, and I finally come to my first wheat penny. No Canadian penny yet either. What does that say? 57D. There's wheatie number 1 after 10 rows. Gee. Well, now I'm in the 16th row, and here's wheat penny number 2. 1956D. 2 wheat pennies now. I got out today with my metal detector just out in the backyard again, just playing around, and the beeping, and it's just unbelievable out there. I got a handful more nails up, and one more penny. It's a 82. It's a 1965 copper penny. There's 2 cents now I have found with my metal detector, and they're both copper. Oh, I came in and watched a couple videos just on setting the discretion. I think I'm going to try to get out there and just try to get some of the coins. I know that over time I'll get a lot of nails up out of there, but it'd be nice just to search around and see if there's a handful more coins out there. Here's the 19th row and wheat penny number 3. So they're coming on a little bit better. 57D. Not exactly the really old ones, but that's okay. I just want to keep getting the Wheaties. $82. So here's a little story. Do you guys use Yetis? Several years ago, my daughter bought my wife and I each a pretty good size Yeti mug, for carrying around our drinks, our ice water, whatnot. And they were great. I mean, you could fill them up with ice and then put water in it or whatever your drink is, and that ice would last all day. It was really great. But just a couple of months back, one of the Yetis failed on us. It quit keeping the ice frozen. I mean, it's just like any other cup now. And then, boom, here the second one did the same thing within a couple of months' time. I didn't know that Yetis failed, 82. But I read about it, and they do. There's a few different things that can happen, but something about the insulation. I don't know. I'm not going to go into all that, but they fail. They don't work the same as they used to, and that's a real bummer. I mean, it still holds water. Water's not leaking out of it or anything. I don't think that it's a health threat. I'll talk more about it in a minute. Well, in the 22nd roll, I did find my first Canadian, but it is not a copper one, 2001. It's the older Elizabeth. Anyway, there's my Yeti right there. It's a good size one. We've really enjoyed having them. But there's a report came out the other day, and I've known this. You shouldn't drink out of plastic. I've known this for a long time. I almost never do. And they say that you should drink out of glass or stainless steel. But they had a clause in with that. They said, but don't drink out of stainless steel from China because lots of their stainless steel has lead in it. So I think I'm going to look for another double insulated water carrier. Maybe I'll try a Carhartt or something like that. I think I'm going to stay away from the Yeti. I've enjoyed it, but I do recognize that China is our number one enemy, and I don't like to buy from them. Here's the 25th roll, the last roll in the first half, and wheat penny number 4, 1944, a little bit older. That's good. I did mention that I got my 2 boxes of halves today, and they were not the 2022s or 2023s, but also didn't get any silver either. That was a real drag. I was hoping to get 1 or 2 out of there. 82. Right at the end of the third roll in the second half is wheat penny number 5, another 1944. Here's the 5th row in the second half and wheat penny number 6. They're coming on pretty good. 58D, not exactly old, as a wheat penny goes. So I bought an old snapper riding mower because I wanted to ride around and cut grass like Forrest Gump, but now it's not running right. We had to order a new carburetor for it yesterday. I don't know when we're going to get it put in. My son is going to help me do it. So frustrating. We got a half an acre in this new place that we got. And, you know, we had the Ryobi battery push mower for our other place because the lot was quite a bit smaller than this one. And this week we've mowed cutting the grass. That's a job, I'm telling you. We had my mom has a guy that cuts her grass, as you know, the last couple of years, and we've just had him do ours several times this year. But we get tired of paying $50 a shot, you know, so we decided to get out and push it this week. And I guess that's what we'll do till we get the snapper fixed. All right, here in the 7th row in the second half is wheat penny number 7. They're coming on pretty good. 57D. You know, I say this all the time, but I have a feeling I'm not going to get my 3 pounds. It just doesn't feel like it's 82. Doesn't feel like I'm getting enough. But you know, I've been wrong before. 82. I'll weigh it, and there it is, 3 pounds. I hope I'm wrong. That 83 had some tape on it. I might weigh that one in a minute. That reminds me of a line in one of the Allman Brothers songs. Wasted Words is the name of the song. And he's talking about this girl, or to this girl, but he says, I make a wager and I hope to lose. He predicts what she's going to be like, and he hopes that she proves him wrong. The very next roll, and I get my first Canadian copper. After mentioning that song, Wasted Words, I had to go play it, and so I had to pause it after I found this Canadian 1964 first Canadian copper. After I finish here, I'll go back and finish my song. Right at the end of the next row, and there's wheat penny number 8. Pretty cool. Another 1944. How about that? This time I waited for the song to end before I came back and showed you that wheat penny. I'm a pretty big Allman Brothers fan. The very next roll again, and here's wheat penny number 9. Golly. 1953D. I feel like I got a good shot of getting 10 now. After only getting 1 in the first 10 rolls. I was thinking I'm a big Southern rock fan. Marshall Tucker is right up there at the top. I like the Outlaws. And the old Charlie Daniels band, back when he did the Fire on the Mountain album. Love that one. And the Allman Brothers, although they are considered Southern rock, at least partly, their music fits into so many different genres. They have a pretty wide range: jazz and rock and country and blues and a little bit of it all, I believe. When they was first starting to get popular, they would play with two lead guitars on stage, and companies didn't want to sign them on unless they changed. And they said, "No way, that's their style." But it turned out that it was a big hit. 15th row in the second half. We got 10 rows to go. And here it is, folks, wheat penny number 10. We got it. 1945, Philadelphia. All right, well, that's neato. I'll have a couple rolls where the copper does real good. I think, hey, maybe it's picking up, but then I'll have a couple rolls where it don't. So, I'm left saying, I don't know. Well, I did it. I've been saying I want to get a couple of new penny books. I hate paying full retail. They're like $8 and something each to get them. I looked for them new, and I used to go to yard sales a lot, and I don't hardly do that anymore. So that's probably why I'm not finding them used. But I got on eBay and I ordered four of the 1941 to 1974, brand new, but they're like $5 and a little change each. That's a whole lot better than $8 each. But when I get them in, I'll go through my 40s and 50s Wheaties and then pull out my S coins that I've got from the 60s and 70s. And then I'll just have to find the others as I go. Very next roll, and here is my second Canadian copper penny. This is the 12-sided, 1982. I don't know what the fascination is with the coin albums. I just like it. Maybe it's going reverting back to when I was a kid. I really enjoyed filling the books. I just like it, and I don't know. I have the coins. I don't know what it is. I just enjoy filling them, and that's what I'm going to do. And I'll show them to you as I fill them too. Three rolls to go after this, and we will be done with the box. Here's wheat penny number 11. That is a 1946. This one has that look like it may have been in the ground at one time. $1946. Number 11. I think I'm going to I'll have a bag or two of pennies. I think I'll take them to a couple of banks in the morning. One of the banks I'm going to, they have said when they have time, they're going to give me a bunch of Canadian coins. I think they've got a jar just full of coins that I don't know where they come from. Maybe they come out of the machine and sometimes they put them in a jar. I saw a jar underneath one of their cabinets just full of change. I don't know if that's one they're talking about or not, but anyway, it goes. They said that they had a bunch of Canadian pennies. It'd be cool if they had them ready for me tomorrow. So I think I'll run down there in the morning and check that out. Tomorrow afternoon, we're having lunch with some friends from church. Oh, look at that. 1946S, wheat penny number 12. That's nice. That's very cool. I didn't find any more Wheaties in that last couple of rows, so we ended up with 12 wheat pennies, 2 Canadian copper. I found a couple 2009s. Pretty good box, I guess. Now the question is, will we get our £3? I just don't know. Let's just see. Just a hair under. £3 it says, but this thing weighs like 1 ounce, something like that. So it's just a hair under £3. That's okay by me. That's close enough. Pretty good box. It's basically what I shoot for. 3 pounds of copper and 10 wheat pennies, and basically what we got. I'll add this to my copper. That puts me at needing just what, 92 pounds. We'll see you guys next time.